Okay guys, listen up. Right. This morning, we need you guys to listen. It's going to be an exciting assembly, like I said. It's not being taken by a teacher, it's being taken by students. But we want you guys to listen up, guys, listen. Even though really exciting assembly this morning, guys, listen. It's still about having respect for the people that are doing it, getting involved and listening, okay? So there's a bit where there's a really fun bit, everyone needs to get involved, but then there's a bit where you guys really need to listen. So that's the drill for you guys this morning, is you need to listen, you need to show respect, and let's massively, massively welcome these amazing Year 11s who are going to be doing this assembly. They've got a very unique way of getting you guys warmed up this morning. They have got surprises for people that are absolutely going for it. So they're going to warm you up this morning, so I'm going to hand over to the girls and they're going to get you absolutely ready for your Tuesday morning at Magnus.
Right, hi guys! We're going to do a bit of a warm-up, and if you don't get involved, you're coming on the stage, alright? So we all get involved. And then we're going to do a move to a great one, and you're going to do 2 steps that way. So that's what we'll do, alright? It's going to be really cool. Ready? Everyone ready to go this way?
So you're all right standing, actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is, remember we said about being quiet and quiet bits, so I'm just going to ask these girls a little bit about why they are doing this assembly. So girls, let's be really honest, for a load of Year 11s to get out here in front of everyone, were you nervous at all?
Yeah. I couldn't sleep last night, I was petrified, it was horrible.
So you're really nervous, but we decided to do, guys, listen up please. You were really nervous, but you decided to do this assembly anyway. So why did you decide to do this assembly? What's the point of what you're doing?
Well, we went to this thing in the holidays called Grapevine. It's a massive event, and the tent that we were in was called Synergy. It was like 600 people there, and we went there, and this is what it was like every it was called a meeting, and we went every meeting, and we had lots of fun. So we wanted to bring a bit of that back into school because we thought it wasn't fair if we kept it for ourselves.
Right. Okay. Great. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about what Synergy is about?
Synergy is basically about having an amazing time in God's presence and just enjoying every second of it, and it's just awesome. It's just so much like this, but bigger. It's really wicked.
I love it. Excellent. Brilliant. So I've asked you some questions now, and you have got a teacher that you are going to quiz and embarrass. Guys, can we listen up, please? Thank you. Okay, so we are going to have Miss Randall. Would you like to come to the front? Everyone loves Miss Randall. Give her a clap and ask her some questions.
Everybody, just keep quiet. Okay. Well, the first question we want to ask you is, what is your full name?
First name of all? Joanne Randall.
Okay. And how long have you been a teacher, and what do you teach?
As my 5th year teaching, I teach English.
Everybody loves a bit of English. So tell us a funny story about yourself.
I was thinking about this last night, and probably the most embarrassing one would be on those late nights when I was about 9, 10 years old. I'd get my gymnastics trophy and stand in front of the mirror. Yeah, boring. I'm up here. And so I used to use my gymnastics trophy and pretend that I'd won an award in front of the mirror.
Okay, so what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
Wheat Fix.
Nice and healthy. So, what instruments, if any, do you play?
I play the piano.
Okay, if you had to have one superpower, what would it be?
And to read people's minds, because then teaching would be a lot easier.
Makes sense. If yesterday had a soundtrack, what would it be?
I didn't start the day off like today because it would be totally different with that great starter, but it was probably Arctic Monkeys Marvin.
Okay, and if you had to have Brussels sprout ice cream or beef milkshake, which one would you have?
Brussels sprouts, could eat a whole plate of them.
Okay, look for Miss Randall, she's been awesome. Okay guys, keep quiet. It's all good us talking to you about our summer, but there's not a lot that you can get from that. Because unless we hadn't gone for it at every single opportunity we were given, and we hadn't thrown everything we had into it, I wouldn't be standing here, and well, neither would the others. I wouldn't normally do a warm-up like we did earlier, because it reminds me a bit of PE, and well, you can even ask the PE teachers, I'm not that keen. But I'm passionate about this sort of stuff, and that's why I did it. And you all know I look like a fool. And you didn't want to join in either, probably. And so you didn't want to look stupid. So that's what I want to talk to you about. In the Bible, in John chapter 10, verse 10, it said, I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Jesus said that. But just because he said it, it doesn't mean it comes naturally. I'm not a supernatural person. I'm really, really not. But because of the strength I get through Jesus and I can depend on him, I know that whatever I do wrong, he will love me anyway. You might think it's not worth it. What can I do that God will love? But in Psalm 139, it says that he loves you so much. And he's known you since before you were born. You were made in his image and he is perfect. So therefore, what isn't there to love? If he made us perfect, then why shouldn't we live life to the full and glorify his name? Okay, now Grace is going to talk to you about some of the stuff we're doing. That was awesome, left. So you know, we have a meeting, like a small get-together.
birthday breakthrough room 58. It's really cool to see you guys there. And it's not boring, like most people think, oh yeah, it's boring, I'm not going to go. But it's not like that, and I think you guys would really enjoy it, it's awesome. So yeah, thanks for being a great audience. I love you guys.
Look, girls, do you want to come to the stage? Because you have been unbelievably brave and brilliant. Give them a massive, massive round of applause. Well done, girls. They're going to be doing assemblies once every term. We've got another fantastic assembly to look forward to. Now, in terms of people getting out, if teachers can kind of just really keep an eye on leading out from the back, and then Miss King wants to say something really quickly about the Derbyshire trip. Where's Miss King?